welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. Hey, gun people. Another isolated incident of a highly trained law enforcement officer abusing his authority. Add this to the Earning the Hate playlist because everybody keeps telling me it's isolated. So I think the playlist might have over 100. Remember, for every time we see one of these officers doing something like this, there's 10 or 20. Just like the first time a criminal gets caught, it's never the first time he committed a crime. When we see these officers doing this and all the blue line comes out and starts crying, this is isolated. You're making it bad, Rick. You're just showing the few that all of us are good. We're all heroes except for this guy, and this is isolated. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's take a look at this guy.
Erica, a crime tracker alert tonight as well. A high-speed chase at 120 miles per hour ends in a gun being drawn.
High-speed chase, 120.
And an off-duty officer put behind bars.
Off-duty officer. This guy's off-duty. I think he was only a cop for like 4 months. He got hired. And he's already doing this.
Accused of road rage. This all happened Sunday evening in Rutherford County, starting on I-24 near Murfreesboro. News 2's Valencia Wicker takes us to the scene.
This is the street where investigators say former Officer Ward chased down the victim and threatened him with his handgun.
911, what's the actual emergency?
I'm on Shiloh and Medical Center. There's a guy with a gun drawn right here and a holiday.
Oh, look, he has nice tattoos. Rick, why are you a tattooism? Whatever. I'm just saying. Been on the job 3 months, got nice tattoos. He's chasing guys in his POV at 120 miles an hour, pulls a gun on him. And he tells the cops when they get there, guess why he pulled his gun on this guy? Because he was speeding. Out freaking rageous. Are you kidding me? Rick, I thought they did backgrounds. They do the backgrounds. The government's always telling us only cops should have guns because we do backgrounds. That's why we want backgrounds on you pesky citizens. Out freaking rageous, this guy out here in the middle of the street. This guy's pretty funny. No, you're not on duty. I don't know about messing with cops nowadays because this cop probably could have shot him and it would have been justified that he was in fear of his life. I'm telling you, it's easier for cops to shoot you and walk away saying they're in fear of their life than it is for them not to shoot you. This guy got fired because he didn't shoot him. If he'd shot him and said he's in fear of his life, he probably would have walked.
And he's pointing at a man. He's screaming at him right now.
Look at him pointing that gun at the guy's face. That's what we call assault with it. If you, as a pesky citizen, did this, you would be charged with a felony assault with a deadly weapon. Your right to carry a gun would be taken away. You're committing a crime with a firearm would get you a 5-year enhancement. But for our boys in blue, the heroes, the limited immunity, the diplomatic immunity people, nothing.
Witnesses caught much of the Sunday night exchange on camera. 31-year-old Matthew Ward, a then
31. You think he's a little bit older? I might expect this from a 21-year-old, 22-year-old kid getting hired. He's 31.
Off-duty officer for Deckard Police. He's seen pulling a gun on a driver. Investigators are calling it an act of road rage.
Get on the ground now. And this guy's like, no. And his wife or girlfriend's in the car like, dude, you're about to get shot. Now see, this is where women's common sense usually comes in better. The woman is probably thinking, you know what? Don't mess with a crazy guy with a gun. Probably not a guy there. But guys are like, nah, screw this. I'm tired of this shit.
Within the city limits, okay?
You're not on duty. You can't. Doesn't matter. I am on duty 24/7.
Within the city limits, okay?
You're not on duty. You can't. Doesn't matter. I am on duty 24/7.
Cops are not on duty 24/7, people. There's a lot of misconception about that. As a matter of fact, in California, it depends on state law. In California, if a cop acts off duty, he is acting as a citizen. And it's basically a citizen's arrest. If this cop, well, I don't know what Nashville, again, I don't know what their laws are because it's all different each state. But in California, if this was an off-duty cop and he made an arrest, and I can't remember if I ever made an arrest. Oh, yeah, I did. We chased that car thief through San Francisco, the streets of San Francisco, when we come out of eating dinner. And we have to sign what's called a citizen's arrest. We have to say we placed him because the officers don't see. The on-duty officers do not see the crime, therefore they have to take him into custody based on you signing a citizen's arrest. So this shit about cops are on duty. Now, a lot of agencies says if you're off duty and you act to protect public safety, remember those two phrases, public safety, national security, should always figure out government stealing freedoms. If you act in the act of public safety and identify yourself as a police officer, you go under the color for protections of, you get, you know, city protections. If they sue you, your limited immunity kicks in. Those things kind of happen. But cops are not on duty 24/7. That's bullshit.
This cop saying he's on duty.
In the video, you can hear the victim saying,
He's not even from this area.
So this cop was really scared at one point, and now he's got his gun put away. I don't know if this is before or after he pulled his gun. You know, when the media starts chopping this up, you don't know how it's going. So is this before he pulled his gun? If it's before he pulled his gun, why did he pull his gun? If it's after he pulled his gun, why did he put his gun away if he was really scared? Bullshit. Earning a hate.
but according to a Rutherford County
At least he knows to put his gun in his freaking holster when the cops show up, because he knows these boys in blue will freaking light his ass up.
Police report, the former officer told deputies he was reacting to how fast the victim was driving on I-24.
Everybody's a little bit stressed right now, but like, chill out. That's a little excessive.
And you see that on shows.
This woman is your typical voter that's running around voting for drippy chin, oatmeal chin Biden, you know, thinking that socialism is good and if we give government more power, it's great. And now she's like clueless that this could happen. I saw it on TV, and then when it happens in your own town, I guess you should be looking around. No shit, you should be looking around, you freaking idiot. Rick, why are you picking on her? Because she's a freaking idiot.
And it seems like you see it on a show, and that's really extreme. But then when it's here in your hometown, you're like, wow, I really should be looking out, looking both ways.
Wow, I really should be like, because when it was on TV, I didn't really think it ever really happened because, you know, wow, freaking crazy voting people.
In a sense.
Ward has been arrested and charged with aggravated assault. He has since been released.
Okay, people, charged, convicted, put in front of a jury is all different. Just because he was arrested and charged, yeah, we'll see. All right, pulling that there, a little earning a hate from Officer Hairless Challenge. Rick, why you always pick? All right, whatever. Oh, I want to add, remember, cops have no duty to protect. Remember, the cop that stayed outside while kids were getting shot and he had a gun was found okay because government doesn't have to protect you. Remember that. Every time you see an incident where cops are doing shit like this, they have no duty to act. They get to choose when they act. And that's the problem. They only choose to act when they have either large numbers or they're doing stupid shit like this. All right, we'll end that there. Earn on a hate.